All right, guys, listen. I understand that we talk a lot of junk about the new 2024-2025 Chargers. I get that. But this week, Dodge just concluded their roadkill nights up in Detroit. And they had the final edition, or what they call it first edition, but it's the final updated edition of what you're going to see on Dodge dealerships when the new Charger drops. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not that bad. Like, I want you guys to look at it and I want you to tell me in the comments. But some of these colors, some of the ways that they got it laid out and everything with the rim and the wheel package and the graphics and stuff, it's not that bad. Like, they may be okay. I want you to watch this video and tell me what you think. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell them in a house that makes the house vlog. You know how it's going down and around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's going on and when it's going on. So boom, Dodge just concluded their Dodge Roadkill Nights up in Detroit. They had something similar to this last year, or maybe it was the year before last. No, it was last year. Yeah, it was last year because I was at the Dodge Demon 170 release in Vegas. But they do this every year, and they did it most recently, and they pretty much displayed for the first, they're calling it the first public debut of the new 2024 Dodge Charger. You know what I'm saying? So this is what you're going to see when you go to Dodge dealerships and when they drop these cars off at the dealerships later on this year. This is the final version. No more tweaking, no more tuning. This is what you're going to see. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not mad at all. Like, they need some work, but I'm not mad at them. Let's just look at them. Let's just watch them and you show me what's going on here. So this is from a lot of TikTok pages. Shout out to all of these creators. I'll shout them out as they come up. But I want you to tell me exactly what you think about some of these cars. I got it on mute because they're playing music and stuff and I don't want to get hit with a copyright. But tell me what you think about these Chargers. Look at this one right here. This is kind of like that Octane Red, but look at the front end of it. Look at that black on the hood right there. And then it's got the dip right here. I don't like the rims, so let's talk about the rims. I'm going to stop it a lot while the video plays through because I know you guys are going to be wondering what I'm thinking. You know what? I'm just going to let it play all the way through. I'll play it through and then we'll talk about it. I don't like the rims at all. I don't like the silver rims. I think the spoiler is straight, but it could be a little more pronounced. That spoiler could hang out a little bit more over the body. I'm not mad at the black and the fender and all that stuff on the bumper. That Scat Pack badge is big as hell. That thing looks big, or maybe it's just big on this body. Definitely needs a front end splitter that comes out a little bit more. Like I said, I don't like the rims. That Scat Pack badge is way too big. Oh, it's too much. Like, you got two badges on here. You got the Scat Pack B and you got the Stage 2. All right, so boom. Shout out to LX and Beyond NATS. He's on Instagram as well. Check him out as well. But let's go back to this video. So first things first, I like this color scheme. This color scheme is hitting right here. This is clean. This is that Octane Red. I don't know if that's what they're going to call it for this year, but this is not a bad color at all. I love the black hood, and I love the fact that the Charger body dips. You see how it dips down right here once it gets to the end of the hood right here? So I'm assuming this is just going to be storage because obviously there's no engine. So this is probably just going to be another storage compartment or whatever, but I'm not mad at the front end at all. We definitely need a bigger splitter. Definitely need a more pronounced splitter right here. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need a more pronounced splitter, front end splitter right here. It can be in a gloss black. I'm okay with that. We need a bigger front end splitter. I'm really okay with the color right here, the Octane Red with the black hood. I'm okay with that 100%. Let's keep going. All right. So obviously another thing that bothers me is the rim package. I don't like this chrome rim or this silver rim, satin, steel, or whatever, satin, silver, whatever. I don't like this. This definitely needs to be a gloss black or maybe a flat black. This definitely needs to be a black right here. 20-inch rim, this definitely needs to be black. We need to lower this body. It's way too jacked up. There's too much wheel gap here. Yeah, like the wheel gap, it's too much wheel gap. I don't know if you're going to be taking this on the street or if you're taking this off-roading, but the wheel gap needs to go. So it needs to be lower for sure. Even in the back, needs to be lowered for sure. I think if you can put this on some black gloss rims, lower it, front end splitter, that's 90% right there. Get rid of that big ass scat pack badge. You'll be okay. Coming to the rear, I like the black gloss. I like the black gloss spoiler, and I like the black gloss bottom. Now, if you know anything about the Challengers and Chargers in the past, Dodge has always put those cheap ass like matte grayish fenders on our cars, and I hated that. And they didn't start recently. They didn't until recently start putting these spoilers in the black gloss. You know what I'm saying, on the Chargers. Prior to that, they always gave you that flat black, like I said, kind of grayish looking spoiler, and I hated that. But they started eventually doing body colored spoilers, and I like that. I'm okay with the back here. We can black this out as well. That's no problem. You know, there's a kit for that. Day's Custom Creations. He makes a kit. You can get a kit from Amazon to black that out. Once you black that out, that's clean. If you want to do a more pronounced splitter, or I'm sorry, spoiler back here, that's cool. I'm cool with the rear fender. I'm okay with that. And then, of course, once the light comes on, like this whole section is just lit up, just like a Charger would be. And I think this is lit up too. So I'm okay with the back. The back is clean. Just small modifications to the back. Once again, it needs to be lowered. We need some black gloss rims on there. I'm cool with that. Obviously, tinted out. I'm talking 5%. Obviously, that's par for the course. That badge is really bothering me. You guys tell me something. Does that badge look too big? Or maybe it's just me. But we need to consolidate that. That needs to be significantly smaller right there. That badge is too damn big. Like personally, and it looks like it's a little bit higher than it was on the previous Chargers and Challengers. Smaller badge. I'm okay with the stage 2 bullshit on there too, but it just needs to be smaller. That badge is bothering me. Like I said, look at that wheel gap. I mean, are we racing this on the street or are we taking this off-roading? Needs to be dropped for sure. Side markers, I don't know if these side markers are functional. I'm sure they are actually. They got to be functional. I think legally there has to be some light on the side. So obviously, black these side markers out. You know what I'm saying? Diode Dynamics, I think they make a kit for all side markers. But overall, this is not a bad color at all. Like when you look at the color, when you look at the black gloss hood, and then you see this car from the front, like I can imagine looking at this in the rearview mirror and seeing that one continuous light the same way that you would in the rear. More pronounced front end splitter, lowered, tinted out. Like once you tint it out, and then the tint, being that the tint's going to be so black, it's going to blend in with the roof. Oh, I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. Like it needs to be dressed up for sure. It needs to be dressed up for sure. Let's look at another color. So you guys know I like black on black cars. No surprise there. Oh, once again, this is LX and Beyond Nats. Check him out on TikTok as well as Instagram. He may have a YouTube channel too, I'm not sure. But here's the black. So now my attention is peaking. That red was beautiful, don't get me wrong. But now this black is speaking to me. Look at the stripes. Is this black even? This may not even be black. This may be like a dark green or something. RT, now that RT badge is respectable sized. Once again, wheel gap. I'm okay with these rims. They're not my favorite, but I'm okay. There's no spoiler on this one. I don't know why. Needs to be blacked out in the back. Definitely needs a spoiler. Every sports car needs a spoiler. You know what I'm saying? This may not be black. This may be like a greenish, dark metallic green or something like that. We'll talk about the interior in a minute. The interior is trash. I'll be honest with you. Wheel gap, not feeling it. Not really feeling this particular rim package, although I do like the black gloss. Yeah, this is definitely not black. This is like a dark green or something. And then the two stripes. Now look at the stripes. Watch when he gets in on the stripes. The stripes have the Dodge emblem design logo in the stripes themselves. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to it. Coming from the front, I thought it was black. Apparently it's not. It's like a greenish. If this is a legitimate color, and maybe it's just not the camera, you know what I'm saying? If it is a legitimate color, I'm okay with this. This is like a dark, I don't even know if you can call this green. Like, you guys tell me what color this looks like to you. I don't have a designation off the top of my mind that I can call this color. But this is nice. I wouldn't get it personally because you guys know I'm either black or I'm red. But, you know, it's nice. Black gloss, I'm not a fan of this particular rim package, but it's better than what we saw on the red Charger because it is that black gloss. Once again, too much room here, too much wheel gap, definitely needs to be dropped. I like this RT badge a lot better. This is the stage one, so this is the, you know, the baby electric or whatever. I'm okay with this badge. It still looks like something's missing. I guess I'm comparing it to the old RT badges, you know, of old. Or, you know, in the past, it would just say Hemi on the side. So it's got to say RT now. It's better than that big ass Scat Pack badge, but, you know, it is what it is. Once again, wheel gap too much. Side marker, once we black that out, we're good there. So you can see a stark contrast between the Scat Pack and the RT. Apparently, the RT does not come with the spoiler. You know what I'm saying? The RT does not come with the spoiler. And that's something that you're going to have to buy after the fact, which I guess that's par for the course. But I mean, RTs in the past have always come with the spoiler, even when they were in that original RT V6 body before they started putting the SRT package on the RTs. They still came with the small spoiler. So Dodge, I don't like the fact that Dodge did the RT boys like that. Definitely needs a black spoiler. Could be a little more pronounced than what we're seeing over there. Black out this white here. Once again, just go with the straight black. Everybody does this on their Charger. Once you get a Charger, this is one of the first things you do. Lux, I think that's the name of that company, Lux. Lux Automotive is that company that used to make those graphics to black it out. Black this out, black spoiler. I'm okay with the fender here. I like this fender, this black gloss fender. I'm cool with that. Everything else looks good. I'm assuming this one doesn't have a sunroof because the stripes go straight over the top. Once again, black out the tint. Tint will do like 60% of the work for any car. Once you black out the tint on damn near any car, that's most of the work. RT badge is okay. I'm not it's something about that RT badge that's bothering me. It's almost like it looks naked, like it needs some sort of border or something around it. Once again, not a fan of the wheel package, but it's better. I like the black gloss. I guess there's no red Brimbos on this package on the stage 1 RT because I'm not seeing it here. Once again, that side marker gets blacked out. Too much wheel gap. Let's look at the stripe here. So this stripe is interesting. This must be a Dodge package. This got to be a Dodge package because no dealership or no aftermarket shop is really going to do anything like this. So it's got the logo in it. You know what I'm saying? You can literally see it right here on the front of the car. This is going to be illuminated as well when the lights come on. And then it's got the dual stripes here with the Dodge emblem in the stripe. Unique. And then, of course, the red pinstripes on the outside of it. So that's definitely not black. That's like a greenish, a dark green color there. I'm not mad. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not overly mad at that. Now, let's go to Mopar Insider. Shout out to Mopar Insiders. He was actually there at the event, and he was able to cover it. So, once again, looking at that Scat Pack, that's not bad at all. I love this one light bar that goes from left to right in the front, similar to the rear. Once again, look at all this damn wheel gap. Needs to be lowered. Needs a new rim package. Once you put a black gloss on it, you might be working with something, man. I'm going to be honest with you. You might be working with something. Go check his video out. I'm not going to play his video on here. I'm not going to do him like that. You guys go check him out there. Once again, another shot of it. This is from the side. And see, that's the thing. When you look at this Charger from the side, there's really no body lines. There's no curves. Even with the Charger, they had the curves on the door itself. It looks like a basic ass, you know, whatever from the side of it. Not much to be surprised on the side of this car at all, to be real with you. Yeah, and this is even worse. When you see it from the side, it just looks like whatever, you know, anything that you see on the road today. Any two-door sedan or two-door coupe that you see on the road today. Not a fan of that, but you know, it is what it is. 325s, goddamn. So 325s on the rear, and then I think 295s up front is what they said for the tires. So needless to say, you're not going to have issues with traction in this car. I don't know if you can even cut loose with the Scat Pack 2024 or RT First Edition package. But if you got 325s in the rear, it's going to be damn hard to do so. Eliminating the need for an aftermarket wide body kit because it's already an aftermarket wide body kit. You can see the body is bulging a little bit in the back. Pause. See, when you look at it from that angle, it's not bad. Like if you look at this from the rear, Once it gets lowered, it's not bad at all. I'm not going to go into the specifics. Let's look at this interior. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, I can. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Just screens. This interior is just screens. You know what I'm saying? Just a screen in the middle and then a screen up front. If you look at the screen in the middle, I don't know how big this screen is supposed to be, but if this is the actual bezels, like the borders on this screen, like this black portion right here, that's not gonna I'm not gonna like that. Like, yeah, this looks like borders right here. Look how thick these black borders are, these black bars are on this screen. So it's not even gonna be kind of like an edge to edge screen. It's gonna be like screen and then big ass black borders here. I don't like that if that's the case. Really no design on the steering wheel at all. You know what I'm saying? You got the stitching and all that shit, but there's nothing in silver here. I'm assuming this illuminates at nighttime. I'm assuming all of this illuminates. I assume with the SRT Banshee, there'll be like a SRT option in the middle here, and that will illuminate. But the interior looks basic as fuck. I gotta keep it real with you. I think all of this stuff lights up too at nighttime. So you're gonna be able to get that ambient lighting like they get in the Camaros that we've never gotten in Dodge. So all of this is probably gonna light up different colors and shit like that. The center console, you know, it's basic. You know, I guess you got to shift from park to drive, right? So even in an electric car, you got to, I guess, digitally shift from park to drive. So I guess you got your gear shift there, two little drink cups. I don't know what this is. The center console, as far as the storage bin, is really small. This looks like a Challenger. So you've been in the Challenger, you know how small it is for the Challenger, and it's even angled towards the driver. Everything looks angled towards the driver. Two screens here, basic. So the interior looks whatever. This is the door. Even on the door, you got a couple buttons here. It looks basic. So that's gonna be. This is the front end. So this is what we are considering the hood, but it's technically just another storage area. You got your liquids here. I don't know what kind of liquids you would need for a damn electric car, but you got your liquids here, your fluids and all that shit, and then it looks like a little storage bin. This looks big enough to store maybe I don't know, one of those rolling bags that you take when you're going on a trip, going on a plane or something like that. That looks like about the size of this. It could be bigger. It's probably going to be much bigger in real life, but I don't think you're getting much storage from this area. I mean, you can look at all of this, siding and stuff right here. You got your fluids. Maybe this is your windshield wiper. This is probably your windshield wiper fluids. That makes sense. And then you got some other shit in front of it and behind it and all that stuff like that. And then you got a little space, little boot. Now we're talking. So here's the trunk. The trunk looks huge as hell. And then, of course, the back seats in the two-door fold down. So you got plenty of room there. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Yeah, so that's that green color that we saw initially with the two stripes. And look at that. See that? It's that light bar right there. That light bar right there is what's going to get me. I'll be honest with you. That light bar right there is what's going to get me. I wish Dodge had put like a one light bar on the current Chargers that are out there. But it's that one light bar right there. Once I see that in person, that's what's going to get me. Because you can imagine seeing that shit at nighttime in your rearview mirror and you just see that one light bar. Oh man, I love that part. So I guess all in all, guys, check out Mopar Insiders. Here's some more pictures that he's got for you. I'll put the link in the description. Once again, that light bar. And that's what the hood's going to look like from the front. So you're going to see that dip, and then it's going to have that big middle middle bar right there. So that's what the car looks like wide open once you pop the hood and all that stuff. A little bit of space there. That's what it looks like from like, damn, like look at all of that wheel gap. Jesus Christ, this looks like something off-roading. Stage 1 RT, whatever. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's not the ugliest car I've ever seen. And you got to be honest with me. You got to be honest with me. Ask yourself this question. Is this the ugliest car that you've ever seen? I guarantee you can't affirm to that. You can't say no, or you can't say yes, it is. This is not the ugliest car that I've ever seen. It needs to be dressed up though. Like right now, this car looks like a piece of chicken with no seasoning on it, no crust, just plain. You know what I'm saying? It needs some seasoning, it needs some sauce, Needs some lemon pepper on there, barbecue sauce, teriyaki, however you eat your wings. It needs that. Like we were talking about the first Charger, the Scat Pack, the red one, needs to be lowered, needs black gloss rims, needs a bigger, more pronounced splitter up front. Once you black out all of the tint, you got yourself something. You're working with something now. So, I mean, having seen these colors and these pictures and these options that Dodge is going to offer from factory, I have to say confidently, this is not going to be the ugliest car that Dodge has ever made. Now, with that being said, is it my Hellcat? No, it is not. Is it your Hellcat? No, it is not. Is it your Charger or your Challenger that you're currently driving? No, it is not. But it is the future of Dodge. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, let's be real here. The first thing that you do when you get a new car is what? Take it, get it tinted, new rims, stripes, you know what I'm saying? Graphics, if you want to put the Scat Pack B and the Hellcat emblem on the side of the car, people do that all the time. Lower it, right? Side markers blacked out. Put a new splitter on the front end. Put a new spoiler on the rear. Black out the tail lights. So basically everything that we have done with all of our Chargers up to this point, you're going to have to do with this one. You're going to have to make it your own. And I guarantee you, once you black it out and you get nasty with it as far as the designs and stuff like that, you might be working with something. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the best looking electric car that I've ever seen before. Out of all the Teslas, the Rivians, there's another brand that's escaping me. I think it's a DeLorean. There's another one too that I can't think of off the top of my head. But out of all of those brands, this is by far the best looking. It looks muscular to a degree. It reminds you of the old school Challengers, even though they call it a Charger. With that one tail light in the rear, still very much so looks like a Charger from a distance. Like, I'd be interested to see how bright that tail light is compared to a regular Charger that you and I are driving right now. But I got to keep it real with you. If you gave me 80, 90, I guess $100,000 and you said buy a Tesla, buy a Rivian, buy a DeLorean, or buy a Dodge Charger SRT Banshee Daytona, I'd probably still, I'd buy the Charger. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, it needs to be dressed up. You guys have to see this car the way that you're looking at your car right now. So if you guys has got stripes and graphics and blacked out tint and blacked out rims and got it lowered and got red calipers and all that shit, put all of that on this. And I think it's going to be a different car. I am pleasantly surprised, man. Shout out to Mopar Insider. Shout out to LX Beyond. I put his TikTok on there. You guys saw it. Shout out to all of those guys that actually went to the event, man. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised and I am pleasantly impressed. And this might be changing some minds. Be honest with me. After you've seen this video, you got to be real with yourself and be real with me. It's changing your mind because it certainly changed mine. Now, am I going to trade in my Hellcat? No, hell no. Hell no. I'm keeping the cat. Trust me, that cat's going to be on this channel as long as I can afford it. But, you know, the future's okay. I'm okay with this. I don't like it. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. Talk to me. Like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy Knockout 360. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.